the town of Los Ayalas. Los Ayalas is by the Pacific Ocean, and for those of you who have never been here, it's actually a little valley ringed by a set of mountains, okay, all the way around. So you know there's a lot of tourists in this area, the town of Los Ayalas, Guayabitos, and Pineda. And you know the ancients weren't fools, they were just like us. This is a lovely place to live. So all along this area, when people build their homes and excavate, they find little miniature heads, figurines, clay pots, all kinds of stone implements, matates, manos. If you go into some of the hotels, they have these glass display cases that show you all these things. Well, anyways, my good friend Bill, he came out here, he saw this trail, and right behind me, behind this banyan tree, on his own with a machete, my God, that's hard work. I think he worked on it for 3 weeks. He came out here and he cut away the brush and he made a trail, a hiking trail. It's 800 feet up this hill. But when he got to the hill with the crest, he found a rock, a boulder. And I'm going to share that with you. Again, it's evidence of a lost civilization that was here, forgotten by the people. But as we came along this trail, we found pottery fragments. And right behind John, who's the cameraman today, there's a stream. So wherever you have water, people lived. But it's going to be beautiful when we get up there. It's a wonderful piece of, I'll call it art, and evidence of a past civilization living here. So we're going to walk up this trail, and as I crest the summit, I'm going to share with you what Bill found for us. Thank you, and let's continue on our journey. Well done. Well, we've gone a couple of 100 meters up the trail, okay, and it was tough going. I mean, it's not a bad trail, but it's hot and muggy today. It rained last night. So I'll tell you what, on these hikes, always bring water, bring a walking stick, bring a hat. Now I'm going to tell you, when I came up to this little plateau, I thought to myself, somebody lived here. You know, all you have to use is kind of a little common sense in asking yourself, would I live here? Is there water nearby? Could I grow crops here? So when you ask yourself these questions and you look around, and if you come to a good answer, you're probably right. Now when I came up here, I said, you know, somebody lived up here, and I'm going to share with you. I looked around, and let me show you this pottery fragment over here. So, evidence of man, okay? It could be hundreds of years old, okay? But let me show you something else, okay? Not only was early man here, so was modern man. Squirt, okay? Well, let me tell you one other thing. Bug juice, okay? There's a lot of mosquitoes in this area. Los Ayalas is kind of a low-lying area, so it tends to swamp up, okay? I think a long time ago it was kind of like an estuary, swampy area. Of course, it's modern times, people have built homes, and the characters changed a lot. But in a rainy season, there's a lot of pooling over here, a lot of mosquitoes in this area, and you have to be careful of dengue fever. So anyways, evidence of modern man, this is what you should look 1,000 years from now, okay? Evidence of early man, pottery fragments. So anyways, we're going to continue up the hill. I guess we're about halfway there, maybe a quarter of the way there. And we're going to follow this trail. It ascends up there another 400 feet, maybe more, maybe 600 feet. So this is our first way station. So I'm excited to go up there and share the find that Bill discovered for us. So let's continue on our trek.
There you go.
Well, we're almost there. The trail that Bill blazed keeps going up there. We're at a fork, we're almost at the crest, and it's down this way. So we've got about maybe another 150 feet to go. We're going to go down this way, and we're going to take you to this wonderful piece of art, evidence of a lost civilization that was here. I'll tell you what, again, I'm going to remind you, if you go on these hikes, bring a walking stick. It'll help you with your balance. Bring some bug juice to keep the mosquitoes away. Bring water, okay? Now I remembered something else when I was coming up this hill and the sweat was running down to my eyes. You know, in Vietnam, I was an infantryman and spent a year in the jungle. And we used to have what we call drive-on rags. And what it was actually a bandana, a large bandana, an oversized bandana that you'd tie around your neck, and maybe you had it hanging here. And as you were going through the jungle with a 100-pound rucksack, going up a hill and sweat was running in your eyes and blinding you, you would take this drive-on rag and you'd wipe your face. And I'll tell you what, I wish I had my drive-on rag right now, because sweat is running in my eyes and they're pinching, but it's not going to stop me from taking you to the spot right down the road. So let's go, we're almost there, and let me share what Bill found and shared with us, and now we're going to share with you. Thank you, John. He's our cameraman, by the way. Well, I'm on a trail and we're almost there. And I'll tell you what, you know, it's really interesting to find these things because they're really lost in time. And that's why we call this the trek to find lost civilizations. Local people over here don't know about this place. Oh my goodness, there it is. There it is. Holy Moses, this is an old piece. This is, you know, can you imagine this rock out here in the middle of nowhere? Who the heck would ever know it was there? I know you can't see it, but I'm going to take you right to it. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful element over here. And what is it? Nothing but the spiral. There it is. I'm going to come in real close, and you can see right over here the grooving. My goodness. Out here in the middle of nowhere, here it is. Here's our evidence that a lost civilization was here. Right on top of this rock, maybe elements were put here as an homage, as a sacrifice, acknowledgement to the elements of the earth that sustain life. My goodness, look at this. It's a big boulder, just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But let me tell you, there were three things about this spot that can tell you ancients lived here. There was water. When we came up this mountain, we found a stream bed. And as we came up along the stream bed and followed the trail, we found pottery fragments. And as we found the pottery fragments, we found some areas that were cleared, platform areas where huts could have stood, okay, where the ancients lived. And right here out in the middle of nowhere, okay, we're almost at the crest of the hill, if this is not the crest itself, we find this symbol of ancient man over here, the spiral. And it's really, really wonderful to find something like this. You know, it validates your efforts to go ahead and trek out and find the unknown and try to gather evidence that's been lost in time. What I'm going to do is pan over to my right. Here's another evidence of ancient civilization over here. We have an old Canadian. That's John.
That's ancient, all right.
That's John.
Good morning.
Yeah, our cameraman. And we thank him for the shots that we've had along this trail.
And the shots I've gotten.
Yeah, and the shots that he's gotten. He's been my steady companion and cameraman during this trek and others, and I'm grateful for his efforts. And the one thing that's fun is we both enjoy finding these things and sharing them with you. So here it is, the lost spiral of Los Ayalas, out in the middle of nowhere, although at one time, without a doubt, an ancient civilization lived here. So we continue our quest, and we will find other things and share them with you as we go along.